In a travel advisory published on its website, the State Department said that there were reports Russia is planning significant military action against Ukraine. Which one would you join, the Army or the Marines?
Well, at my age and what I could do,
Air Force, probably, right?
I just want to fly drones, man. Give me a computer.
You got to go to school. Well, no.
I don't know. We don't have like robotic things to control yet. Like kids, all these kids play video games. There's people, all those kids, we should have like robots. We can just are programmed to like hook up to those video games, and the kids are just like, they think they're playing a video game, but really they're like at war.
What?
Did you ever watch Ender's Game?
No.
Check that one out.
No.
That's a good one.
Let's all check Ender's Game out. Hold up.
Well, it's a good movie. I'm trying not to like go off subject. That's
man. Stay on topic. What are you even like doing?
I'm just saying
now?
You need to check the movie out.
All right, I'll check it out. Ender's Game?
Yes.
Send me a where's my assistant? Hey, can you send me a reminder?
Hey, me puppy. Hey,
she's like, thank you, sir. This is News Now. This is a page that you've been trying to get me to pay attention to for a long time.
I just like because more stories like military-wise come out on it, and it's not always U.S. stories. It's through like other countries.
Oh, yeah.
They like the postings come from other places.
Well, according to this, we're going to war soon. According to everybody. Who else? I heard someone else talking about us going to war. It was all
the stuff on Russia right now is pretty crazy.
Yeah, somebody was telling me we're going to war soon.
Here's the story. Ukraine wants to join NATO. NATO wants Ukraine to join.
Mm-hmm.
But Russia does not want Ukraine to join. For one reason is if they're part of NATO, U.S. or other countries can put their weapons there. Ukraine used to be part of the USSR before Russia broke up into all its little things and became, Russia was its one big country, but now you got Bosnia, you got Ukraine, you got a bunch of these little break-offs of Russia that became their own countries.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now Russia still wants to control them. And now Ukraine recently applied to be part of NATO, and NATO doesn't, we're at a standstill. Russia's right in because I get their point. Like, we wouldn't want somebody moving into Mexico right along our border. Here comes Russia. Now they can put their nukes there. Like,
right.
Who'd want that to happen, right?
True.
So you can see Russia's point, but you can also see NATO's point. Like, why can't they join and be part of this coalition, this worldwide coalition that's supposed to like keep the world peaceful?
But if the Ukraine joins NATO, what is that? That doesn't mean people can just move into Ukraine with weapons,
but that
right?
means, but they can accept them. They're part of.
So now
that means we can get closer to being closer to Russia and that's what Russia's worried about, I think. So they're saying no, not at all. Like, Ukraine cannot. This is their deal, and they got hundreds of thousands of troops lined up around the border of Ukraine right now. Like, all their army, they're moving tanks, everything.
Does Ukraine have nuclear weapons?
I'm sure they do. They got weapons, but they're trying to. Russia wants to overtake it and take, because they want to have control of it, because they're worried, all this is going to happen. And they're trying. I mean, you don't know these days. War is different. Like, what's the chance? But it seems to escalate more and more every day.
So Russia wants to do to Ukraine right now what China is currently trying to do to.
Well, Russia never was going to in the first place until Ukraine wanted to join NATO.
Right.
And Russia doesn't want that. He wants NATO to say he'll back off his troops if NATO says no.
Right.
But nobody's moving. Nobody's going to budge. Nobody's budging. And people are, and other weapons are, and everybody part of NATO right now, like Great Britain, everything, they're moving stuff into Ukraine. And we're even sending weapons over there to help them out.
Is it that big of a deal? Why do we care about Ukraine? We just care about them because now they want to join.
They want to be. We already
NATO?
allowed them to be part of NATO, so we're supposed to, like, when you're in NATO, we're a group. You're like in a club. You got to protect that country because they're with you. You're like buddies. It's like your best bud now. You can't let them you can't let somebody else. You just be like, nah, man, we're not going to help you. You're on your own.
Explain.
Like, unless they did something wrong, which would make sense, but they did nothing wrong. They just want to join NATO.
Explain NATO.
National
to some of these
Atlantic
people.
Treaty Organization. Well, I'm sure then you get help with money and everything else. You know, the country doesn't have a lot, I'm assuming, so they'll prosper from joining NATO because they'll become a better country.
Right.
You know, you probably get like when there's disasters and stuff, your NATO buddies are going to jump in. Military wise, they make deals. You can get work from country to country. You know, it's like joining a union, I guess. Like you're all unionized. You're together. You're a group.
Right.
Where like China and Iran and Russia and like your communist government and North Korea, like they're not part of that, and they would never want to be. But they also, you know, they do things different.
And, well, we're part of NATO.
Yes.
Why did Russia not join NATO?
I think they pulled out of it. They might have used to be. Might have been before. I don't remember. But they're also a communist government.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not, you know, like us.
That makes more sense.
They run things different.
This says NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yep.
It is an alliance of 30 countries that border the North Atlantic Ocean. The alliance includes the United States, most European Union members, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Turkey.
And Russian subs have already been spotted in the Gulf of Mexico. They've seen them over by Hawaii popping up.
Because of this right now?
They're all over the place. Yeah.
Is that what we're about to watch?
They got nuclear subs. Well, it's not a video. It's just a story.
Is that what we're about to read here?
But I don't know what they're going to say on that story. It just says that they're evacuating. They're telling families, which I don't know why, if you're there, why you haven't already. Like, man, I'm out. Like, this isn't good.
Yeah. It's just like people who were in
Iraq and all that.
Yeah.
They just pulled out of
just
there.
recently.
What made them decide to wait to leave?
Dude.
Like, I'd be like, I'm out, dog.
Right? I'm freaking leaving everybody. Well, they had families was the issue, is what I heard.
Yeah, but so you get your family out of there before all that's. You got to have to know something was going on.
Oh, dog.
If our government, like, it's pretty messed up too that we pulled all the troops and just left them hanging. Like, you saw the videos where people
we didn't do that. Biden did that.
Or technically our government. But
yeah,
Biden didn't do it by himself.
Yeah, he did. He had some military advisors.
Yeah, people helped him do this. And I'm sure the people there wanted out of there. No, I mean, if you're a troop, why would you want to be there? Some of them people are on like their 4th or 5th tours.
Oh,
they're ready to get out. You know,
those guys were going ham. I feel very bad for the people who stayed over there as long as they did and then died on the extract. It's like, wow.
But
okay, so
yeah, I get crazy and stuff. But war is like, I don't know. I like wars. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's stuff that interests me.
It's good to pay attention to. After last election cycle, because I used to listen to the news every single morning. After the last election cycle, with everything that went on with Trump and with Biden, I had such a headache from listening to the news, dude. I quit. I straight up cold turkey dropped the news.
But that's what it is. Like, you read our news in the U.S., like, they don't talk about this stuff.
No.
It's still just political.
Yeah.
And like stuff that really doesn't, like,
doesn't matter.
This seems like way more serious than like, oh, Biden did this. He said something stupid. I get it. It's funny. Like, it sucks that Biden's in there and he says dumb things, but like, why is that the main story? There's not more like
stupid.
Pressing matters going on in this country than what Biden said today.
Yeah, man. They're doing like comedy sketches on like Fox News now. They've got, I forget what the hell.
I don't care what news station you are. It's terrible.
No, it doesn't matter, but I'll criticize every single one of them. But in specifically, like, I had turned on the channel once and it was on Fox News. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. I don't necessarily watch any of them. Like, I try to just gather good information, but it was on Fox News. And this guy was doing like a comedy routine. Like, it's like Gunfield's like hour or Gutfield or whatever the guy's name is. But he's like, there's a laugh track going. I'm like, this is the news channel. He's like making fun of people and cracking jokes. I'm like, this is like a talk show. Like, what the hell are you doing? I need to know, like, are we going to die in a couple of years? Like, can you give me some like legit, like this website?
It's just like that. Like they said, you watch that Don't Look Up, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So, with Leonardo DiCaprio.
And that whole movie got bad reviews by who? News channels.
News channels,
because
yeah.
it makes them
I'm
look
sure.
bad. So
I'm
now
sure.
this movie was terrible, and it was a good movie.
That was a damn good movie, dude.
And
I
they
want to
made it a
rewatch
comedy,
it.
but at the same time, they made very good points during the it's showing how comedic our country is becoming.
Yeah, they threw in.
It looks like a bunch of clowns.
Valid points.
That's what it is. I hate to say it, but the U.S. is starting to look like a bunch of clowns.
Starting to, yeah, we're already there. 100%. We look like clowns. We argue and bicker and fight over the most absolute, like, inconsequential things that have zero meaning. Like, some of the most pointless things are news stories, and it's mind blowing to me. Because we are the laughing stock of the world right now. 100%, we're the laughing stock of the world. The things we're talking about, the things that are important to us, you can get into everything. But
like, I'm just saying, these people, like whoever lives in Ukraine, like their people are willing to like die for their country. They're willing to like the whole country base. I'm sure that you got your people that like, no, I'm not. But more of those people are willing to do something than like I say in this country, even like more people are scared and like would be willing to walk away here.
yeah, that's true.
I think so. I hate to say it, but that's how I feel.
You don't hate to say it.
I do. It makes me feel sick to my stomach that like people are not like
Patriotic anymore.
well, you're supposed to be proud of the country, and everybody's like, this, and this, and this. Like we got celebrities saying, I'm going to move to another country if this guy's elected president.
Yeah, go, you bastard. We don't want you here then.
Well, you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get at.
It's a shame, dude, because nobody
You're supposed
realizes.
to be proud of where you're from.
Yeah, people don't realize just how good we really have it.
No,
you know,
man.
no one. Like if you sit down and you think about it, it's so damn good in the United States. People do not seem to understand that, but we're in this place
They're
where
used to
everything's
it.
so good. Yeah, now you find things to complain about.
My kids are the same. I tried to tell my kids this weekend. I was like, get up, go do something. I was like, be productive. I was like, start today by making one goal, like make your bed. I was like, start setting yourself goals. I was like, you guys are getting so lazy, and it bothers me. It's like I don't want to see especially my children. They be this way,
Right.
like it, and they don't want to, and they'll talk back, and they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
It's like, man, there's no discipline in this country anymore.
No, you'll go to jail for that.
That's but I'm saying in general for anything.
No, man, there's nothing. A
child molester gets a slap on the wrist.
Oh, 100%. It's spineless, you know? That's what we have now. We have spineless. I couldn't believe I saw a video where teachers were protesting in schools, and what they were protesting was their protest was keep parents out of schools or out of classrooms. Like we're living in a place in a time right now where they don't want you to be able to raise your children. Like we talked about in the other video. Like
they want stuff to be fed and to be taught by somebody else, so it's pounded in their head like this is the way it is and this is what you do. Yes.
Much easier to control people like that have been raised by the government or, you know, ridiculous school teachers. I want to do a video talking about school teachers, like just deep diving in on what the hell they're getting away with.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dive.
I guess I don't know many teachers.
No, well, we're going to find some and we're going to look into them.
Interview a school teacher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could do that.
But anyways,
Okay.
Yeah, I know. This is...
Well, let's just read a little bit of this, okay? Because this says the U.S. orders families of Kyiv embassy staff to leave Kiev.
Yeah, that's how you...
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, correct me when I'm wrong with this stuff. Straight up. Kiev embassy staff to leave Ukraine. The U.S. has ordered the families of its diplomats in Kiev to leave Ukraine and urged all U.S. citizens in the country to consider departing, citing a continued threat of Russian military action. Terrifying. Relatives of U.S. diplomats stationed in Kiev should start leaving Ukraine, the U.S. State Department said on Sunday.
So that's today, yeah.
Today?
They said that today, yes.
Oh, my God, that's right, because this was put out...
today.
Yeah.
That's why I like this news, too. It's more current. It's always like they keep posting current stories. Like the new ones pop up all the time.
No, I like... Yeah. I like how they threw this in there too. The State Department advised against traveling to Ukraine due to increased threats of Russian military action. And I'm not even going to say that word because I don't want their little thing to pop up at the bottom of the video. Their stupid little to direct you to the site. Yeah. The state in a travel advisory published on its website, the State Department said that there were reports Russia is planning significant military action against Ukraine. And that's pretty much what we were talking about for the beginning 10 minutes of this video.
My bad.
No,
I just,
good.
I get into
That's
military
cool.
stuff.
I'll put a little clip
to me.
of me reading that before the video starts so that they kind of see what we're talking about.
I still think in our lifetime we will see a major conflict. So
that's terrifying. I don't want that. Nobody should want that. I don't think any of us genuinely understand what that even means.
Yeah.
But it is like we thought.
We've gone so long without is the thing.
I know. I can't imagine the thought of it coming over the news that like we're going to war with a country.
That's the crazy part is if this happens, you're going to a war with a country that's capable of standing up to you.
Yeah, and wrecking you.
Is the crazy thing. Like, and then because they're already doing joint military drills with China and Iran too. So you got China joining up with, and then you're going to have North Korea on their side. You're going to have all the communist governments together.
If Russia and China got together, like I can't imagine any countries that can stand up to that.
Well, see, that's why we're part of NATO, but you got to think, how big is, like, NATO has 30 other countries, but these countries are like
tiny,
minuscule.
Yeah.
Great Britain, the British are probably your biggest one.
Yeah, these countries.
And Japan is on our side, and Australia, I guess.
NATO's 30 members are Albania, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece. I'm trying to see one on here that's big.
The bad thing about Germany, they're trying to stay neutral right now too.
That's scary.
They were trying to bring support to Ukraine, NATO was, and fly planes, and Germany said they can't use their area. They can't fly over Germany, so they had to go around.
God dang it. I kind of understand. I understand Germany wanting to stay out of stuff with their track record of war.
Well, here's a way to redeem themselves.
But they're just terrified to pick a side anymore. They're like, whatever. Like they come down hard. Germany comes down hard on people that like have serious like views on war and stuff like that. Like they're careful about people like that now. But I didn't see anybody on that list that was worth a damn against Russia or China.
Turkey's got a pretty good. Turkey's like
Turkey good.
Some of these people
is
like
good.
Well, they're like Marines and stuff. They're on like top 10. I know Poland's are. Like if you've ever watched like the list of like how they train their troops and stuff.
Right.
Some of their stuff's pretty crazy.
Okay, yeah, but training is different from size.
But they got.
Do they have the size?
Probably good fighters though.
Right, dude. I listened to I read an article that was a part of a video I was watching that was like, it said for every one warship that the United States has, China has like 7 to 1 of our freaking Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do? And we are leaving $83 billion worth of military equipment sitting in the desert, while we're being...
That could have been used.
Yeah. While we're letting China build up their Navy like that. And the Navy is people don't understand how significant the Navy is in the event of war. Like the Navy's a massive thing. So,
well, it's because you got to sail across the world to get there.
Yeah, man. Your planes got to refuel midair, like all that stuff. Like planes can only stay up there so long. Those ships, they can just float around. They can go places. And we have let China like demolish us size wise with the military.
We're like submarines. Even what if someone parks up on our banks with like 900 subs armed with nukes? They're like, okay, surrender.
What do you do, man?
You can't battle that unless you have a way to shut down their like power source, which is nuclear.
Do you call their bluff in that situation? Do you go like, you guys are not going to nuke the planet? Like, what? Come on, we're not standing down. Like, what
if they find a way to shut down our power grid before they do it?
I think that's why they sent that damn rocket up into space recently. That war missile thing, that the plane thing they sent. I think they're testing ways of getting an EMP delivered over here.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing with the earthquake too was saying that was actually North Korea. They lied. It wasn't never a volcano. It was a missile. North Korea launched because it happened that they just test fired missiles at the same day or like around the same time.
That volcano that just went off?
They say it was a missile that hit there. It wasn't. That's the conspiracy side of it. And then they show like how many miles. And you know when that happened, this is a real thing. The U.S. grounded a bunch of planes during that time. Like the FAA shut down like planes like leaving the runways.
While that missile test was going on,
and then
then the volcano thing happened,
and then they show the miles from North Korea to that island because it goes like this, it like wraps. But if you like straighten it out and put it, it would technically now says it would hit the U.S.
Jesus Christ!
And these are those hype. I mean, I don't know how much of it's true. I'm just rambling on here.
Well, no, but
I can't like back that up that's real. I'm not saying that.
I thought it was a volcano that erupted underwater.
That's what they say. But then there's video where they show like from space.
It's an island?
It was just above the water. They show it they show the video. If you look up the video for like the conspiracy side, they say like from space, they show this spot that like goes like it moves and then you see where it hits the water and then you see like this explosion. So that's where they say they think it's a missile.
Oh, so they did a satellite video of before what happened?
Well, it happened, yeah, like right before.
Why would North Korea do that?
Because they're testing their missiles. They are testing missiles.
It caused what, like one death? I think just one person died from that volcano thing.
I don't know. I mean, you don't hear too much about it anymore. They're saying that people were deaf from like the sound of it. Mm-hmm. They show the island that like got demolished.
I know. I saw pictures of it. And when people say North Korea is testing out its missile, no. North Korea is testing out China's missiles. Okay? North Korea doesn't have a damn thing. Let's see. Let's just type in volcano real quick and see just at least images of this so we can show people. Wow, that doesn't.
Tonga volcano.
That should bring it up, right?
Well, Tonga's the
massive volcano eruption. Should we watch the video of it? Can we even do that real quick? Is there a short one?
I know this kind of strays away from stuff, and I'm not saying it wasn't a volcano either. Like, people, don't get me wrong. I know I sound crazy and stuff. It's just that's a conspiracy side of it. I hear.
No, people get him wrong.
That's the thing. How people. I mean, who's to say that those people are wrong either? You just make up a story, right? Say a volcano erupted.
True.
That's how easy it would be. They could lie to you. You have people on board with it. But they say you can see the eruption from space, yeah. And the shockwave went around like the world.
Yeah, man. I watched, and I even watched a video about the shockwave from a guy that was recording it like on his camera phone, like standing there. Let's see. Let's listen to this. It's like 45 seconds.
They show that part, yeah. Just on a loop.
Why can't I hear the audio?
There's probably no audio. It's just video, probably.
Oh.
And it's on a loop, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They keep zooming in.
That's, yeah. Slightly not what the hell I wanted, but whatever.
I wonder if they have the video of where they think it's a missile on here. YouTube, I feel like, might not. But
here's a short of the volcano erupting.
After it already happened.
Wait.
Correct?
After it happened, yeah, that's not it. I don't know if anyone recording except from space when it happened. How sketchy is that, man? Think about the world going to war and like stuff like this everywhere. Like, this is what you see. Yeah. Freaking cities burning, like
I said, I'm not saying it's not a volcano. What do I know? But yeah. You should look up to see if you can find the one where if it's the like missile hits Tonga Island, maybe.
Oh, geez, I freaking.
See, they won't. They're not going to play the video. I've seen the video though.
Yeah, we'd have to do some looking. Massive volcano seen from space. I like how they show you the Earth just complete like this, like when the satellite is not that far away. You know, but somehow they digitally do all that crap.
Yeah, see, they won't show that part where the people think it is.
Boy, yeah, they got locks. YouTube, man, I'm sure YouTube canned a lot of videos that people tried to upload about this.
Yeah, you can't even get that many like UFO stuff. I don't know. This stuff's just interesting to me. That's all. But the whole war thing,
it's incredibly interesting. But yeah, we've covered a lot today.
Yeah, sorry, I told you I'd be all over.
No,
the
dog,
place,
this
man.
was good. We definitely talked about this Russia thing. It's interesting. I'm going to keep reading more into this News Now place because I like that.
And the story, I mean, I don't know where this story came out of. They show like the flag and stuff, and I'm sure they have U.S. people over there covering news stories.
I'm sure, yeah, reporters, journalists, and stuff.
Yeah. But I suppose, cue the music.
Dude, the music has been cued. Ladies and gentlemen, this is BTG Squad.
Yeah.
We're going to catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Don't do drugs.
America.
BTG Squad out. Ow.
Where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us. I don't know.